Hi there, this is Linda and
Rachel
with Truth, Trust, and
Transformation.
Today I'm going to teach you all how to balance your brain using a body talk method. So body talk is an energy medicine system that was created by a man, and I'm drifting on his name right now, Australian acupuncturist. And this is just one of the many things that is part of body talk. It's very, very, very comprehensive. But this brain balancing technique has brought people out of comas. Partly why I'm making this video now is I have a student who's older and has a tremor. And even though this person doesn't really believe in this stuff, I was like, well, you want to try this to see if it'll help? And the tremor didn't go away, but it enabled this person to be able to play the piano and have a lesson, whereas before it was so bad. So I'm going to walk Rachel through it. Later there'll be a video of just me running through it so that you can just follow that without all this instruction stuff. Okay, so there's two parts to it. One is placing your hand on the different parts of your head. So you start at the base of your head. That's number one. Number two, you go up a little further. You're just traveling up your brain. So the top of your head in the back, the top of your head in your front, your forehead, and then this is my favorite part, you hug your limbic brain. And just even doing that is like, oh, feels really good. The other part, your other hand, is going to be tapping on your head, tapping on your heart, and tapping on your gut. Because your brain is electrically connected to your heart and your gut. That being said, make sure that people want to go like this. You want to try to have your forearm in front of you so that you're tapping on both sides of your head at the same time.
So all 5 fingers
touching? All 5 fingers are tapping, and you want to make sure you're tapping on the right hemisphere and the left hemisphere. Then what you're thinking is, I'm balancing my brain, connecting to the heart, connecting to the gut. I'm balancing my right and left hemisphere. So the mental focus is super important. And as you learn this, you know, when you're first doing it, it's like your mental focus is really acute because you're learning it. And as time goes by, you have to keep renewing, like, this is what I'm doing, because it's easy to sort of, your brain starts prattling about something else while you're doing it, and you won't have as effective of a balance. I also use this balance on my dog. He was starting to have seizures, and I started balancing his brain every day, and he doesn't have seizures anymore. So that's pretty cool. So let's do this. The only other thing that you're sort of affirming and intending is that if there's any cool spots on the brain, that you're sort of like warming everything up so that it's sort of firing in unison.
And while we're doing this, do we feel anything?
What do you mean?
So you know how, like, when you meditate or something, like, you get buzzy and you can feel like different things?
You know, the after effect will be, this is really good for combating stress. It's good for pain. You'll feel more grounded and just more clear-headed.
Okay.
And this is also a really good thing to do. There's a fast aid protocol that includes some reciprocals, and reciprocals are like your elbow to your knee or your wrist to your ankle. If you injure yourself, the first thing you want to do is balance your brain, because it calms your system out of that fight or flight, and it'll take your pain levels down right away too. You just balance your brain a bunch of times in a row. Okay, so let's do this. Put your hand on the back of your head, and the other, I forgot this. Take your hand down. They call it exaggerated breaths, because when I did this, because I'm like a breath person, I tend to take low, slow breaths, and they're like, no, you're gonna have to speed that up. So you're like, and how I do it is I inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So I'm sort of timing it, because you want to have 2 breaths per hand position. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And notice that my breaths are exaggerated, but they're not super long.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now I think we're ready. Woo.
And so then we're, obviously, because we have to breathe, we need to know the script that we're saying in our...
Yeah, I'm going to say it while you breathe.
Okay.
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 And then when we make the video that's just us guiding through, we might have to voice over, and I have no idea how to do that. So
Okay.
we'll see.
Okay.
Okay, so hand in the first position, right by your occiput.
Mm-hmm.
Start breathing deeply. I'm balancing my brain. I'm connecting it to my heart and connecting to the gut brain. Yep. Go up to the next level. Yep. Inhale. I'm balancing my right and left hemispheres. I'm connecting that to the electricity of the heart and connecting that to the gut brain. And keep breathing. You're at the top of your head and the back. Balancing right and left hemispheres. Connecting to the heart. Connecting to the gut brain. Top of your head in the front. Wait a minute. Yeah, more like this.
Like this?
Yeah, no, this is the one that does that. Yeah.
So on top of?
Yeah, you're really cute, by the way.
Okay.
Okay. She is.
Like, what am I doing?
Balancing right and left hemisphere, warming up any cold spots on the brain, balancing the gut brain. Now we're to the forehead. Balancing the brain, connecting to the heart, balancing the gut. And here's my favorite part. Hug your limbic brain. My teacher used to say, oh my God, that's the position that you go in. And I like to linger here because it's so calming. Then you take one hand off, balancing the limbic brain, connecting to the heart, connecting to the gut. Go back and hug your brain one more time. And you're done. Voila. More like, put your hands up there. No, like this.
Oh, so like on the...
Darling, like this. Yeah, you're like this.
Okay, like this.
That's good enough.
So I'm like kind of like I have like
yeah,
little
you're
divots in my...
like this, and you want to be like this.
Like
yeah,
that.
there you go, girl.
Okay.
Woo, limbic brain.
Okay.
Okay. So how do you feel?
A little vibrating.
A little vibrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So then you would go through that like a couple times?
No, you only have to do it once.
Okay.
With really good mental focus. I'm saying do it more than one time if you're injured. Like if you stub your toe, if you get a cut, if you bang your head, whatever. Or, you know, if you learn how to do this well enough, you can do it on other people too. Like I have kids that are a bit squirrely, ADD, whatever, and I sit them on the piano bench and I balance their brain at the beginning of their lesson. So
then it's just like learning the script as you're going through it.
It's just getting used to it.
Yeah.
And it's pretty easy.
So you could like write it down and like put it in front of you while you're going through the motions, so you can like be able to
until you have it memorized.
Yeah.
Or what we're gonna do is soon post another video where I'm just running it, so that you could like just watch that video to practice it until you've got it, and then you won't need it anymore unless you want a refresher in case you missed something. Okie dokie.
So does it help with anxiety, stress, all of that?
Anxiety, stress, pain. I would say it probably helps with depression as well. It helps with mental focus. I mean, it balances your brain.
Right.
And it seems really simple, but like I said, you know, it's done amazing things with people in my life, including me. And, you know, one of the stories they say in the training is a nurse in an ICU unit had a bunch of people in comas, and she was like, well, might as well try and like, just to not fudge the numbers, but it was basically like 8 or 9 out of 10 of them woke up the next day. Like,
Well, I feel like the tapping too is part of like EFT to release.
Tapping it does something to your energy.
Yeah,
yes.
It's like releasing the trauma and getting things out of there. I mean, the EFT goes a little bit more extensive in the places you tap, but essentially you're tapping to get rid of the trauma that your body's holding on to, as you're saying a script.
Well, and you're trying to balance. Yeah, it's a similar technique. And body talk, if you want to Google that, it's amazing. Like, I got trained in the fundamentals, and it's all about connecting, like our body parts are connected. And sometimes this body part isn't working because it lost its connection to this other body part. And that's what body talk does, is that through muscle testing, they figure out what the priority is, like what body part needs to be dealt with, and then what the balance is that needs to be done. And then there's all these different ways to balance it, and it just creates more health and ease. But the access routine, definitely, there's this brain balance, and then there's a switching technique, which puts you, like, if you're in a stressed out state, you're switched, and it undoes that. There's a hydration and an immune system balance, and those two are really great. I'm not going to post anything about that because I'm only certified to teach the brain. So I know I can teach all the other things, but I'm trying to,
Right.
I don't want to get sued.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try it on my granddaughter when she's acting crazy and see how it goes.
Might help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she can be a little ADD.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for watching.
Have a good day. Any questions? Leave them in the comments.